What's up, everybody? Kyle from Never Seen It here with a cool announcement. We are now on Himalaya Plus. Himalaya Plus is an app you can download, and you can listen to all your favorite stuff on there. You can go on the app, Himalaya Plus, subscribe to Never Seen It, and you're going to get episodes early. You're going to get an exclusive Himalaya episode every month. We're going to have a community on Himalaya so you guys can all talk, and we're going to figure out some fun stuff to do, and you're going to get all of it ad-free. It's Himalaya Plus, and you can go subscribe to Never Seen It on there. And this is exciting. If you go on Himalaya Plus and subscribe, if we get 500 subscribers on Himalaya as a show, as Never Seen It, we're going to give away a year's subscription to AMC Stubs Pass. That's right, the movie pass that didn't die. It lets you go see up to 3 movies a week at any AMC location. If we get 500 subscribers on Himalaya Plus, we're going to just give one of it. We're going to give it away to one of you. And so then you get to go see 3 movies a week for a year at any AMC theater, and that's super cool. So go get the Himalaya Plus app, subscribe to Never Seen It on there.
Starburns Audio.
Dan and Ren and Jay will share tales of folks so unaware they lack in grace and sometimes choose the life they choose will make the news. Breaking down each epic fail in Florida, there's half-price bail. I'm happy to say they couldn't make this up. So listen to our podcast jam with co-hosts Arm and Dan. Bender, don't be a jerk, cause when the music hits, the funny hits, and we are gonna take you down. Stick around. Make a sound, hunker down, it's Dumb People Town.
Hey, Townies, welcome to another episode of Dumb People Town. Population you.
Population Bloom.
Rachel Bloom. Hi.
Hi.
Welcome.
Hello.
I fear that I'm dumb. That's like one of my big
Do you really,
fears.
are you afraid of that?
Means you're not. What it
Yeah,
means you're
exactly.
not.
I think that's a smart person thing to fear that you're dumb. But once I acknowledge it's a smart person thing, then I would get hubris, and then that would make me dumb.
It's cyclical.
Wait, Dan, are you saying it's like a catch-22 thing? Like if you say you're insane, then you're not insane?
If you
say you're
possess
dumb?
self-awareness, you've already
Jumped
you're
a dumb
above
hurdle.
dumb. Yes.
You
you're
jumped
above
dumb hurdle number
Jumped
1.
hurdle, but I do think we aren't as smart as we all think we are.
Yeah.
We believe the world's getting dumber.
We think the entire world is getting dumber. As ocean levels rise, our collective IQ goes down.
Even as technology gets better, it just doesn't reflect everybody. I think there is a willful ignorance that's going on right now that is in the face of advancement.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like I don't want to improve. I don't want to develop as developing things are happening around me. Whereas in the past, it was like, we don't know about that stuff yet. So we don't have, your excuses are out the window now. So if you willfully try to not know stuff, then you're making a choice. Whereas in the past, you maybe didn't have access to it.
Right. So arguably the dumb people now are dumber because they are choosing not to
be dumb.
They are choosing to be dumb.
They're making the dumb choice to not learn.
right.
But there's an argument that now with the internet, that there's so much content, it's hard to. Well, I guess that's like a dumb verse, but even smart people get taken in by like looking at Instagram instead of I don't know, looking up snakes on Wikipedia.
Think about
whatever
how many
smart people
books
do.
you've read recently, and think about like what do you do?
Think about how many books you read versus how many snakes you've looked up on Wikipedia.
It's snakes. It's 10-1. 10 snakes, 1 book.
Did you see the snake skin of that 7-meter long
No.
python skin that guy found?
No.
So that means that there's a python that's that long or longer somewhere in the world. Like in that guy's neighborhood. He's like, he found that skin, he laid it out on his
driveway
backyard, and I
Honey.
was like,
Honey, get my good tape measure. Because there's always one with a kink in it.
so when that guy says to his wife, you're married, when that guy says to his wife, honey, you know what you're about to see is something you don't want to see.
Yeah.
And you're like, do I entertain him? Or I just like, take a picture for me.
I don't need to come out and see it. All right, Dan, let's get into a story.
So we get stories sent to us by our fans, and then
We do.
break them
Fantastic.
down. Now, we've never heard them, and you've never heard them, so let's get into
Dan
it.
Barrett.
Ready?
Yes.
This was sent in by Joe Luttrell at The Gentleman. Joe.
Thanks, buddy.
And in honor of Halloween season. Rachel, are you a Halloween season fan?
I do.
I love it.
I
When
said
do you
I
decorate?
do. That was a really smart people thing.
You just got married to
Are
Halloween.
Are you a Halloween?
I do.
I do.
And
I
with
do.
this Halloween
It
rain,
didn't even faze me. I was like, good, we can start talking about Hocus
Oh, there's
Pocus.
a type of person that has Halloween weddings. I used to work at the place that my husband and I got married in LA. When we scouted it, there were people having a Halloween wedding.
Yeah, they
like
were.
on the
That's
31st, like creepy, like
kinda
Bride of
cool.
Frankenstein dress. It's cool.
like a slit throat with like blood coming
Yeah.
down.
You know your bridesmaids' dresses are going to suck. Why not make them
Rip
fun.
them to shreds.
It's great.
Are you guys scary moving with your kids?
Not yet.
So
'Cause my kids have nightmares.
So my youngest is far more excited about scary stuff. So we did an escape room birthday for her, and she's like, I want to go to the scariest one in there. So
And made you go.
So I went, me and 6 12-year-old girls went in this like
Orphanage.
the abandoned orphanage. And we walk in and like there's like a light that you got to pull down on a mirror that shines down a gated long hallway. And there was a
Don't
picture.
Spoiler
away.
alert. Jesus.
Is it scary or is it creepy?
Both. It's
Like, are there like things that jump out at you?
Yes.
Oh God.
And
I
not
hate
things that jump out, but like certain things happen, and it just you don't know when it's coming. It's like being tickled in like a scary way. You don't know when it's coming, and so you just
Yeah.
But there was a moment that something happened, and all the girls screamed, and I, in the deepest, loudest voice I could say, I was like, "No!"
That's great.
That's like,
That's great.
I was like, I
That's
can't
all
believe
you
it.
can do.
I lost control. I lost full
Great.
control.
All right.
Well, I
So-
love it. I love scary.
So
movies.
in
I
the
love
vein of Halloween.
time. I love the decorations. I love all
So
of it.
give it
So
to
thank you,
us.
Joe Latrell. Here we go. In honor of Halloween, the nightmare at 657 Boulevard is finally over for Derek and Maria Broadus.
Wait, the name of the street is Boulevard?
Yeah. 657
Where do you live?
Boulevard.
I live on Boulevard.
Sorry, this is all, and this is real.
Yes.
Boulevard Avenue.
But there's no telling what's in store for the people who bought their former dream house at a heavy discount.
That's always the thing. Why did we get this house?
The Broaduses have spent the last 5 years trying to avoid a mysterious, unidentified stalker known only as the Watcher, who has sent them several threatening letters since they bought the gorgeous Century home in Westfield, New Jersey for $1.35 million.
Wait, is this supposed to be funny?
It will be.
Okay.
The Broaduses...
Because you're like, if I bought a house and we got it at a discounted rate, and then you got letters from a stalker, you'd be like, what is going on?
I mean, I did buy my house at a discounted rate, and it turns out the house is a piece of shit. So that's
Oh,
my own
that's
horror
why.
movie I'm living
Are there
in
like
right now.
70,000 bees in your attic or something like that?
Oh my God, I wish. that would be way more interesting.
That would explain it.
No, the house is just crumbling. We're gonna die in it.
The Broaduses reported the letters to police and never moved because they were afraid of the individual. That's the opposite of that sentence.
Yeah,
I get
you
one
move.
letter, I'd be like, are we still in escrow?
It's like the old Eddie Murphy bit.
White
Back when
people are like,
white pe-
what's going on?
what's
in
going
the
on?
attic?
Black people that come in the house and they just hear, get out. Too bad we can't stay, baby.
Because it's my thing. I always ask, what is the haunted stuff that happens where you're out? Because
Like,
in
where's your
Poltergeist,
so where
when
is
the
your
toaster
haunted
isn't
line?
plugged in and cooks a piece of bread, I'm like, we're leaving. We're out.
Like, where's your haunted
Like
line,
if you see
Rachel
a shadow
Bloom?
at the top of the stairs, are you out?
No, because I used to be really fascinated by ghosts, and I've done a lot of like research about ghosts because a lot of it played into my. I had a whole existential crisis in high school when I realized that Christians believed that Jews were going to hell, which I didn't know
Yeah.
until some Christians tried to get me to come to youth group with them. Happy Halloween!
The Jews are going to die.
So I spent a lot of time researching like I don't know, like ghost sightings, like basically trying to prove to myself that ghosts weren't real, because if ghosts were real, it would somehow like prove the Christian afterlife to me. It was the story I told myself. And a lot of stuff where it's like you see a figure just waking up or going to sleep, or you see a shadow at the top of the stairs. A lot of that's just our minds playing tricks. So so shadow at the top of the stairs is not enough.
What if you walk in and your kid's on the ceiling?
Yeah, that's a
Kid on the
yeah, of course,
ceiling.
that's a deal breaker.
We're
The
outta
ceiling,
here.
we're out.
We're out.
Some of these movies,
Call Lionel Richie.
Yeah, we're done.
Get the hell out of the house.
Get
some
out
of
of the
these
house.
movies, they're like, go back to bed.
Yeah.
Get off the ceiling.
Get off.
We love
Hey.
this house.
Hey, get down from there.
Right. Your mother really got this great job opportunity in this middle of nowhere town.
Get down
and
from
we
there.
not
We are
leaving.
in a great school district.
Yeah. Right. You can stay up there for another 5 minutes. Then you have to brush your teeth.
And then in this day and age, like the wife sits down next to the husband and is like, at least he's not on his phone.
Yeah. At least he's not on the iPad. He's doing something
He's doing
constructive.
something
A listing.
physical.
It's called imaginative play, David. Let him do it.
A listing on the real estate site Zillow shows the Broaduses have been trying to sell the home since February 2015. They dropped the price several times and then ultimately found a buyer on July 2nd. That is some Independence Day.
Yeah.
We are getting out.
Let's go.
How much money do you guys think they sold this house for? They bought it for
Start at
$1.35 million.
What do you think?
They desperately wanted out for years.
Because of a stalker.
So like when
Yeah,
they were listing
a
it, they're
stalker,
like
though, to
great
me,
views.
seems more real than this.
And they were upfront about the stalker.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't think so. I didn't.
In the listing on Zillow, it said great views, nice southwestern
No, I bet you
sunlight,
they were.
a
I bet you they were.
stalker.
That's why they kept taking such a
Good
loss.
porch.
Let's assume that they were. We'll find out, but I'm pretty sure they were.
I'm gonna guess 375,000.
Oh
my
my God. You think
God.
it dropped $1 million?
Yes.
Okay, Jay, what do you think?
750.
750 from Jason Sklar.
I think they're down to 625.
620. They found a buyer on July 2nd to sell this for, and they say stalker, but there's no person. Also, guys, it seems like
Is
some
it
sort
a
of
ghost
like entity.
letter?
You'll
Are
find
the
out.
letters
Ghost
go?
letter.
Okay, good.
They sold on July 2nd for $959,000.
Wow. All right.
That
Nearly,
still
they
took a
took
bath.
$400,000.
400K
Okay,
off
that's
of it.
not as bad as it.
The sale ends a long legal battle and a personal nightmare for the Broadduses, who have been trying for years to escape the scrutiny of the Watcher. Their nightmare began just a few days after they bought their home in 2014 when they found an anonymous letter left at the door. This is the letter. Allow me to welcome you to the neighborhood.
Nope.
The
That's
letter
I don't
began.
like
I'd
how
already-
nice.
I'd already
I
be-
don't like how nice it starts. I don't like it.
I won't allow you to do anything, you
Allow me.
douchebag.
This is according to an in-depth feature in New York Magazine.
Okay.
Here's the letter. This is how it starts out. Allow me to welcome you to the neighborhood. Did 657 Boulevard call you with its force within? You're like, no. I'm
No.
like, tell me there's an annoying teenager in this neighborhood.
Yeah, that just seems like a weird loser.
The letter writing claimed to be part of a long line. The letter writer claimed to be part of a long line of men charged with, quote, watching and waiting for the Centuries Home's second coming. Quote, do you, I told you it gets dumb. I told you.
Fucking loser.
Right. Do you know the history of the house? Do you know what lies within the walls of 657 Boulevard? At this point, I'm like, I know the address.
Yeah.
I live here.
Wait, what?
You can stop reminding me of the address that I live.
625 Boulevard Avenue.
The first letter ended with a message, let the party begin, and was signed The Watcher.
Oh God.
That's a good
This is
sign
someone who
off.
wants to be a comic book hero of some sort.
It's so lamely written. I would just be like,
Agreed.
you're a fucking loser. Maybe that's how I'd react to every
Rachel,
ghost. Like,
I would love-
You're such a fucking. You've been hanging around this house since the 1700s.
Get a life.
Just because your son died in here and you're haunting me, you're a fucking loser.
Get
Get a hobby, bro. Get a life, ghost.
Rachel, I don't know why I called you Laura. Rachel, I would love if you took the letter in the house, 10 minutes later, came back out with punch-ups and like red notes. Of like,
I have some
here,
notes. Good start,
this is a
Watcher.
horrible start.
Don't need to.
Yeah. A few weeks later, the stalker sent another letter to criticize the couple for flooding the home with contractors before asking about their 3 children. I'm like, okay, what retiree are you? that
This
you're
is-
mad
Are the
about-
letters coming in the mail or are they being left
They're
at the
showing
doorstep?
up on the doorstep.
Oh,
I
well, then
believe.
you gotta get a fucking ring.
Get a ring door.
Get a camera.
Agree.
Wait, they're gonna sell the house before they just get
a
like a
ring?
security
I
camera?
Agreed.
Quote-
So now who's being dumb? Exactly.
I
Who's
have
being a fucking loser now?
you guys.
I have seen them, the Watcher wrote, according to the New York Magazine. Do you need to fill the house? Do you need to fill the house with the young blood I requested?
Oh, no.
Better for me.
What?
This is a hilarious
This is
prank.
crazy.
This is such a funny because you could do this to any
This is
house
next-
in the neighborhood.
This is
Any
nextdoor.com.
Oh,
Any
this
house.
this is a great way to actually stop gentrification because every fucking hipster who's moving into like Echo Park totally believes in like spirits and the
Yes.
universe.
Yes.
Yeah, you're
funny.
ruining
could-
the universe.
You
Yes.
could totally fuck with some
like the universe fighting back.
You could absolutely fuck with some like mid-30s white people.
You just need a dream catcher and a fountain pen.
The
Yeah.
universe fighting back through a fierce letter writing campaign.
Also, could you imagine the posts on the neighbor app
Nextdoor.com.
Nextdoor for these
Nextdoor.
people? Who's leaving the letter?
Yeah.
I saw
We see you.
I
There are a
saw-
series. No, this
No,
is
they'll
what
say it
the
like this. They'll say it
this
like
is what the
this.
post.
I saw a dark-skinned man walking through our
Yeah.
neighborhood, and I'm pretty
Joel,
sure
how do
he's
you
the one
share-
leaving the
No,
letter.
so this is the post. It would be a letter was left on the. Then the next one underneath the comment would be like, "What type of paper was it on? Was it recycled? No, it wasn't recycled. That's the problem. People aren't using recycled paper these days." And then suddenly it becomes to that, and you're like
Like
next
a
door.
sub-
Also, if I could chime in my post. Speaking of recycling, some people aren't taking their bins all the way up.
Speaking of recycling,
you have 24 hours to get it in after the garage, after
Don't
the garbage trucks
take
pick
up
it
it
up.
a
means
spot.
we can't park.
Right.
My house is being haunted by a watcher. Well, maybe the
Well-
watcher could take her bin in. Stop it, next door.
I'm one of those people who leaves my bins out all the time.
course
I have
you
to
do.
admit.
Hey, another
You're
post.
the
Hey
press.
guys, I'm the watcher. If we could bring this back to me.
Did you get that blood I requested after you take your bins in?
The Broadduses reported the letters to police, but no suspects were ever identified. They tried to sue the home's former owners, but court records show they failed to convince a judge that the previous owners knew about the watcher. They unsuccessfully sued the town to demolish the home. So they were like trying everything.
Yeah, it's a camera.
Right,
And
it's a-
also, at that point, just hire a person to sit outside your house at all
Agreed.
times.
You're
like,
paying these court costs. Mm-hmm.
And you're paying
Oh, here we go.
$400,000.
2014?
Look at next sentence. You called this. They even set up security cameras and hired a former FBI agent to investigate their neighbors to no avail.
This is.
So they tried.
Well,
But
what
they
did the
found
cam-
out
what
a
did the-
ton of shit.
What if
What
the
are the
FBI
cameras?
agent is the guy? Nothing.
What if the letter is coming from within the house?
it's her husband or
yeah.
her?
Wait, they set up cameras,
They set up
and it
cameras?
stopped, then it stopped.
I don't know that
Are
it
you
did.
saying it's like Fight Club?
The home's new owners, Andrew and
She
Allison.
is the letter
Why are
writer
they dragging
herself?
them into this? The home's new owners, Andrew and Allison Carr, double A if you're nasty, declined to speak to the New York Times and NewJersey.com on Friday. The Broadduses can finally leave the home behind, although they won't be able to escape the story. Netflix bought the rights to adapt it late last year, Deadline report.
What's this TV show gonna be?
Right. How many
The
times do you try
Watcher?
to sell things to Netflix and you're like, this shit get in?
Yes.
Oh my God. That's maybe the biggest crime of all.
I had a fucking Christmas movie with Paul Feig, and they went with this.
Yeah,
no one
please.
fucking cares.
Please.
I
That's
want that
bullshit.
movie,
I
Rachel.
want that.
Well, it's up for grabs.
So why don't we write a letter to Netflix saying, you know, this story is haunted.
You know
I
your
want-
building is haunted.
You know, it.
Have you gotten the pitches I sent? Clearly, you haven't.
in blood.
Have you seen that person who's striking outside Netflix for them to
For the
renew the
AO?
OA?
Yeah.
No.
The
On a
hunger strike?
That's amazing.
She's still going?
I don't know. Maybe she died.
I hope not.
I hope she
Well,
did.
if she did, she died doing what she loved.
yeah.
Strikes
Supporting
the OA.
the
Against the OA.
Watching Netflix.
Lee Levitt, who represented the Broadduses in their lawsuit against the former owners, says he's happy to hear about the sale. I hope this nightmare is behind them, he told NewJersey.com. I look
But
forward to Netflix.
I hope this nightmare is behind them, but I'll still talk to any press that will have me.
What if there's another side of this where they bought this house and were trying to create a way to get it bulldozed so that they could build their own property on it, knowing that they can't just because they want to because it seems
What if
somehow
they're trying to get a
protected.
Netflix show?
What if they're
I
part
think
of the
they wrote
Netflix
the
show?
letter. I think they wrote the letters to themselves.
Oh my God.
Actually, that's a brilliant way
Right?
to
This would
say
be
That's
the
what I'm saying.
greatest. Yeah. If we could pull the plug out on this and the
What?
rug-
Okay, so if they sell the Netflix show and it goes,
They didn't sell it. Someone else did.
How? Who else
No,
could
but
they
they're
have?
gonna get
the
some
rights. They
sort
get
of
some money.
money.
If the money they get equals
Equals
$400,000,
Then they got out of the house.
They got out.
Maybe they just hated the neighborhood. They're like, we don't like our next door neighbors, and if we have to live the rest of our lives in the thing, so let's write
create
letters,
a campaign.
hire an FBI agent to cover our tracks, put up the security cameras, we can't see anything, and then sell the show to Netflix.
The Watcher.
That's story
I once
number
got a
one,
letter
guys.
in my mailbox, but it was our neighbor who's since moved out accusing us of cutting down her bamboo, but we
That's
didn't.
always.
We
But you
didn't cut her.
didn't?
We were having some work done in our backyard, and like we cut some of the bamboo that was on our side of the fence. She basically had a forest.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Stop cutting my bamboo!"
Yeah.
And we and then she moved out. I think we drove her.
I imagine her always wearing a panda outfit. Is that right?
It's on brand.
Or
My
plant-
Come to think of it, she was from China.
she's
she
in a
was
house coat.
460 pounds.
And she would like to sit cross-legged and eat the bamboo. So what's wrong with that?
No one could get her to procreate. That's how much they tried.
We brought in another person, and it just didn't take. Are we done? Is that
That
first
is story number one.
First story
I
down.
hope
in the
if there's a
books.
townie out there that can go to 657 Boulevard this Halloween season,
Please
let
take a
us
picture of
know.
yourself.
Or if
I
you're the
imagine
watcher.
coming from your neighbor's house is the song House of Bamboo.
No.
You
All
too.
right, stop. All right, we'll be back with more Dumb People Town. Rachel Bloom's with us. Stay with us.
Stick around, make a sound for more Dumb People Town.
Conspiracies, true crime, cults, the paranormal, and more. Sound like interesting stuff to you,
Sounds
Rand?
like a Wednesday night to me, Jay.
Do you ever wonder what kind of childhoods created infamous serial killers?
Yeah,
I always do.
I'm fascinated by all that stuff.
Have you ever wondered how Mormonism began?
All the time.
Or why some people don't believe we landed on the moon?
Who don't believe that?
Curious about WW1?
You talking about World War I?
I am. Vietnam or the Revolutionary Wonder. Wonder who the Vikings really were?
Yeah, all this
Not
stuff.
the Minnesota Vikings, but
Okay.
the old-timey Vikings. Or why the Hatfield-McCoy feud became famous. Well, all these questions have been answered on over 150 episodes of Time Suck.
I love Time Sucks so much, and we love the host of Time Sucks so much. He's been on this show before. Dan Cummins is just the best.
He is.
And so much of this is more is explored every Monday. I want to tell you about recent topics that have
The mysterious murder of John Benet Ramsey, the
Unreal.
life and ridiculous accomplishments of Leonardo DiCaprio.
No,
Kidding.
Da Vinci.
Da Vinci.
The outlaw Jesse James and the James Younger gang. Oh my God. Crime was way easier in the 1870s than it is today. The Ninth
Circle Cult and
Oh.
Jeffrey Epstein.
Okay, this is fascinating beyond belief. Serial killers Albert Fish, Bill Gunnis, and the confession killers Henry Lee Lucas and Otis Toole. More creeps. Dan Cummins and the Time Suck research team dig deep into a new listener-suggested, typically dark topic each week, and Dan presents the information with passion, irreverent humor. He's
Look,
a
this
funny
is a way
dude.
for you to get information into your brain via an entertaining and cool host.
I love the fake ads, the inside jokes, crazy characters. He's awesome. Time Suck has been featured on numerous best of lists, including Pop Sugar's 10 best podcasts for your inner conspiracy theorist, the Wrap.com, perfect
Summer
podcast, and the manuals, the 15 best podcasts to listen to in 2019. So get sucked and hail Nimrod. You'll get it if you listen. Find it wherever you listen to podcasts.
Time Suck.
with our buddy Dan Cummins.
Hey, it's me, Daniel Van Kirk, breaking into this ad portion to tell you about my tour. All of everybody who listens to Dumb People Town and Pen Pals, I love you guys. And I just want to let you know that I'm probably coming to a city near you or to a city near people you know. They live there. So come out and see me. Go to danielvankirk.com. This is all going to start the final run of the Together Tour I'm doing the 13th. We're doing a live Dumb People Town. So you can come to that. But then on the 14th, I will be in Philly, and then I will be in Baltimore, and then I will be in Chicago. I'm headlining Zanies in Chicago. It's my first time headlining a club in Chicago, Illinois, and I would love to have so many of you people come out to Zanies. That's the 16th through the 19th of October, and then I get right back into that Together Tour the next day on the 20th, and I'm going to Detroit, and then I am going to Rochester, and then Boston and Albany and New York and Cleveland, and then I pick back up in November on the 11th, and I'm doing Louisville and Nashville and Milwaukee and Cincinnati, probably not that order, and then I end my tour on Friday, November 15th in Rochelle, Illinois. So if any of those cities are close to you, please come out and hang out with me. Come to those shows. I would love to see as many people there. I think we're doing it at Hilarities in Cleveland. That's going to be super fun. That's a Friday night, and there's so many other great shows as well. Obviously, New York and Philly and upstate New York. You guys have been asking me to come there, so I am. Boston as well. Again, go to danielvankirk.com to catch me on the Together Tour as I wrap this up. For everybody who's come out to shows in the past, I love you and I appreciate you. And everybody who's going to come out, let's hug and say hi. danielvankirk.com, the Together Tour. Thanks.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show. We've got Rachel Bloom. Please follow her on all social media.
Golden Globe winner,
Yeah.
Rachel Bloom, Emmy this year.
That just happened.
For the
Congratulations.
lyrics and music to the opening song, or is
For
it to more songs?
antidepressants. We were
Anti-
nominated for our opening song.
But you got for another song that you wrote in the show.
Yes, and I didn't even have to live in a house getting frequent
know.
letters.
Well, and you
Got that on
actually
my own
did.
merit.
Look what you did.
That is so amazing. That's incredible. I mean,
Congratulations.
obviously, the show itself is incredible and
Thank
amazing.
you.
But to then be rewarded for it and appreciated for the work that you put out there, because very difficult to A, write a show, B, write a show that has music in it that is funny and great. How do I know it's funny and great? We watched it, and my daughter loves it so much that she just plays the songs nonstop, which is fantastic.
That makes me very happy.
You should be happy.
But it makes me happy because I'm like, oh, you get comedy.
Oh,
Isn't
see,
that the good
that
moment?
makes me very happy. That hearing that from fellow comedians who I deeply, deeply respect
Thank you.
makes me very happy.
Well, but there's the moment. So when you have kids and your kid does something that tells that he or she gets it,
They gravitate to the right moment.
I can't even. I took my kids. I've mentioned this on the show before. Maybe we mentioned it. Took my kids to see Vampire Weekend last week.
Oh, I was at that.
You were at that show?
Yeah, the Hollywood Bowl one?
Yes.
Yeah. it's great.
Amazing. Amazing show to see a band at their prime and a band that I just love. And they were there and they knew the album and they loved it. And there was just a moment where we were all there and I was like, oh, this is the best. This is the best of the best of the best. So
Vampire Weekend songs are really good for kids because those melodies are like ding, 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 ding,
Yeah,
ding.
yeah.
Like they're very.
Upbeat.
Yeah, why do you have to play Baby Shark? You could just play like Vampire
dude,
Weekend.
way better.
all the time, all day long. But anyway, so congratulations
Thank
on
you
that.
so much. Thank
I
you.
remember back in the day, like we didn't do a lot of UCB shows together,
Yeah,
but like
we
bit
do
shows
together.
and stuff, and like you would do some songs, and I was like, God, you're fucking crusher.
Oh,
and
that's
then
so
when the
sweet.
show came about, I'm like,
Well,
not
it's-
only is it somebody getting a show, which we know a lot of people from UCB who've gotten shows, but it's someone like getting a show that is their
I don't
thing.
think people
Like,
understand
and
this.
creating their path.
But that's the
and,
thing.
like,
But that's the thing is like I'll get questions in interviews like, "Oh my gosh, so you write and act," and as if that's novel. It's like, yeah,
That's what I've always been doing.
that's what people around me are doing. You're just not seeing. There are so many good television shows that have never gotten made. I mean, think about all the pilots of people we know from UCB that are like amazing shows that just never get made. And so I think that's something that I was always really grateful for. That there's an element of sure I work hard but there are so many people I know who work hard and have amazing work and just didn't get that one network person to believe in their particular idea
and champion you through because they could have all exceeded expectations and whatnot, but it still doesn't diminish how unbelievable it is because wherever you are in the process, you have a great idea. You're like, we're going to execute this really well. Then you need a little bit of luck and a little bit of help. And then it gets out there and you're like, I hope it finds an audience of people. And I'm sure your audience of fans are like the most rabid fans
they
ever.
are super fucking rabid.
But isn't that great? Because you're like, I poured my whole self into this. This
like,
is
if
me.
you love this,
then you
will
love
love
me.
me.
it's
because it's me.
yes, it's incredibly satisfying and to the point where Crazy X ended, I was like, I mean, we just performed at Radio City, and I was like, well, I mean, the only thing that can really emotionally top this right now is getting pregnant.
Yeah.
Because this whole experience has been so profound. And so it was me chasing that profundity high.
Well,
Look what you got.
You gonna
Love
do
make
it.
a little person.
yeah, make a.
I hope she's okay. It's a weird thing where, like, you can't really. I had this app on my phone called Tiny Beats where you can supposedly hear the heartbeat.
Yeah.
And I've been hearing it the past couple nights, but then I put it to my chest and I heard the same type of heartbeat. So now
it's
I'm
a
like,
scam.
I
It's a
don't
little
think
bit
it's a scam. I think it's picking up my own heartbeat from my abdomen or whatever. So like, I hope the baby's growing. I think.
You think you got to get Tiny Beats by Dre?
Yeah,
I'm
those
sorry.
are better because they put it
Like
right in
little
your
earphones
ears.
you put around your stomach and then you do it. Well, you're going to cook up a funny baby. That's what's going to happen.
Thank you. I'm
Funny
trying.
and talented baby. Let's cook that up. Shall we cook up another story?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right, here we go. Ready? Sent in by Pat McMo at McMoPat, MCMOPAT.
Thanks,
so
Pat.
much.
You're a lovely woman.
A woman. in
See,
the
I
U-
said it was right.
don't
I'm
know.
assuming that Pat.
It's Pat.
Why not?
It's
We
Pat.
don't know.
Julia Sweeney, the best.
A woman in the U.S. has set a bizarre new Guinness World Record that could be about to put you off mayonnaise for life.
Okay, so now I'm going to
Already
ask
off
you
it as a
before we
Jew.
even know what this is. Is this a record that she wanted, or do you think she just wanted to be known as someone who has a Guinness World Record?
Put you off mayonnaise for life.
I think she'd want it. But I don't
I
know.
think
She's
she
like, I
wants-
just love this, or I need to have something define me in this.
Are you
record
guys,
with me.
anybody here not a mayonnaise person?
I'll eat it.
I like
I'll go
it.
mayonnaise or Miracle Whip.
No, Miracle Whip.
I love how much mayonnaise is used in like an Undercover Brother. Like the mayonnaise was like the thing that all white people. It's like the symbol of white. You just throw the thing of mayonnaise on there, and
That's also what Jews think about Gentiles.
Right.
Is
Mayonnaise
that
on
they're
everything.
all just eating mayonnaise on white bread all the time.
What's
And-
that? Isn't that like a old in a Woody Allen movie?
Yeah,
I'll have a
in,
so and so. She orders like Annie Hall. I think she
Yeah.
orders a meal like at a restaurant. She's like, I'll have a ham sandwich with mayonnaise on white bread.
Yeah.
and then like and he's like, I'll have a plate of mashed yeast. But I don't know, something.
Also, there's the episode of Curb where Larry thinks he's adopted and that he's not really Jewish, and I think he starts eating
Mayonnaise
on everything,
and
yeah.
he's so happy.
okay. So that's the.
Okay.
Well, mayo may be Ireland's most popular bottled condiment. So now you know
Is
that.
it?
But the antics of Michelle Cardboard Shell Lesko.
That is her nickname. Is cardboard shell.
Michelle Cardboard Shell.
She's a
Lesko
cardboard shell of herself.
may be out to change all that.
Let's go,
A
girl.
world famous competitive eater and maths teacher by day.
Maths.
This
I love that they call it
This
maths.
comes from the IrishPost.com.
The world's famous
Maths.
teacher and maths teacher by day.
Yeah, that's good.
Maths teacher
that's
by
It's
day.
mediocre.
Michelle this week set a new world record for consuming an amount of mayonnaise.
Oh my god.
Incredibly, the Arizona-based educator managed to set a record
Wait,
for eating the most mayonnaise in a space of just 3
So she's not
minutes.
Irish. Guinness is Irish. And this is the moment where you realize that the
By the way,
Guinness Book of World Records, Guinness from the Guinness Book of World Records is a beer.
Yes.
So when you realize people got drunk on Guinness and were like, we should record world records.
Is that the same Guinness?
same
Yes.
Guinness?
Did not know
See,
that.
now you know. You
Same
just learned
Michelin,
it.
like Michelin.
Right.
The star and the tire.
Sure. No, I
That
don't
will
think so.
never make
That's
sense
not-
to me. The tires rating.
I know. Over the course of 180 seconds.
It is not Michelin and Michelin. It's not. Anyway.
Yeah, no, it's the same.
It's not.
Yes,
No,
it is.
yeah, it is.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
Yes, it's the same
You
company.
guys are shitting me.
No, we
it's
are
the
not.
tire company is also the food.
Because they created like a travel thing in like the 50s or
yeah.
60s,
Okay.
and then that became this prestigious rating.
Right.
Because you could go around on your tires
looking
and
it up.
visit all
Go
these
ahead.
restaurants.
if you
Yeah,
want
you
to
are-
get a Michelin star, just serve all your meal in a tire.
You're
And
bullshit.
did you know that James Beard owns a Jiffy Lube? And do you know that he just does?
Stop it.
I'm kidding.
Okay.
Have you-
God,
have
everybody?
any of
We're getting a lot of
You
misinformation.
guys have eaten at a 3-star Michelin restaurant before, right?
Yeah,
It's unreal.
I just ate at Alinea when I was in Chicago.
Ooh, okay, it's unreal, right? So
It's great. I mean, it was. I mean, now it's also that's dinner and a show.
I know, but one of the guys, Duffy, who started, he was at Alinea, and then he created Grace, which is a Netflix documentary about it. And he did it with his partner, Michael Muser, who's become a good buddy of mine. So they created Grace, which became a 3-star restaurant. I got to eat there.
It is the Michelin.
I told
it
you.
is.
Yeah.
Because there's
Why
the
did you
Michelin.
doubt them,
Because
man?
it was. You always say it in French, and no one's ever said the
Michelin.
tire. Michelin.
Yeah, Michelin.
Michelin. All right.
So I went to there to
Where's
Grace.
Grace?
Watch that. I don't want to give anything. Watch the documentary to find out about Grace.
is it gone?
But anyway, it's amazing.
Cancer.
And then they're opening another restaurant called Ever. If you're ever in Chicago and you want to go, I can.
The food
get-
in Chicago
I
is
know.
that is a great food town.
Okay, so over the course of just
Speaking of great food,
180 seconds, Michelle succeeded in consuming how many ounces of mayonnaise? Do you guys think?
She's a competitive eater, so
Right, yes.
so
competitive.
she's got an area of her
Come on.
stomach.
180 seconds.
how many ounces is a jar?
I think this is like
16?
16 or 12. in
All
a
right, so
regular jar.
you're saying in
24
180
maybe?
seconds, which is 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
How much did she
did cardboard shell shovel down?
I'm gonna guess 4 jar. Wait, 180 seconds. So that's it's a couple minutes. Oh God.
It doesn't take
That's
much,
so much
to chew it.
time. No, you don't have to chew it all. You can
just goes straight
God,
down.
This actually is making me very queasy just picturing.
Would you say 4 jars? Or are you
4
rethinking?
jars would be about 48 ounces.
Well, that depends on the size.
It was 4 times 16. That's 64 ounces.
I think that the jar we would go.
Feeling
She's
sick.
really not feeling good.
Just say a number.
Imagine that a jar is 24 ounces.
24. Oh, a jar is 24.
Sure.
It's not
Yes.
16.
Yep.
But you said 4, so we'll do the math for you. All right.
No,
That's
I
9.
think no. Now that I'm thinking it's 2.5 minutes, I think she managed to
3
eat.
minutes.
It's 3 minutes.
Yeah.
I think she managed to do eight jars.
8 jars
Jars
of
of
24
Those
ounces.
competitive eaters are fucking nuts.
It is.
180. So 182. 182 ounces.
Okay.
Jay, what do you say?
I'm going to say 150 ounces.
That's actually 192. So
192. sorry.
192.
Okay.
150.
150.
Randy?
Jesus, my math is wrong. I
I'm going
need
to
her
say
teach me math.
she had 300 ounces.
300 ounces.
Come on, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Over the
Because
course
it goes
of
down fast. Like they open their throats.
All right. Stop. She is feeling queasy because you're talking
Deep
about
over the
Throat's
course
a
of
miracle
180
whip. I'm
seconds,
sorry.
Michelle succeeded in consuming a whopping 2,000. Hold on, it's not. It's a conversion. 2,448 grams for an equivalent of 86 ounces.
Wow. What did you say?
I said 150.
Which
so I was
equates to
close.
the equivalent
192.
of 3.5 jars. With 4 jars, you
4
were
jars.
I
so-
was right before.
Yes.
Yes. I'm going to give you the win there.
Wow.
Wow.
Her efforts were recorded for proof and prosperity by Guinness
Ugh.
and make for a difficult viewing. Ranked,
Does it make
I love that little editorial note right
Yeah.
there.
This woman's record and her future open casket will make for a difficult viewing.
Ranked number 9 in the world by the International Federation of Competitive Eaters, or the
IFOC.
Top
IFOCE.
10, baby.
We know the IFOC.
I know. And Major League Eating,
Yeah.
Patrick Bertoletti, a buddy of ours. Michelle took up speed eating after 2 of her male friends backed out of a challenge to eat 12 patties, 12 slices of cheese, lettuce, tomato, and a burger.
This is how people get into comedy, and this is how people get into
Somebody else
acting.
doesn't go up.
They came along on
We
an
need-
audition, and they said they got nervous, so I put my name in. I walked in, and now I'm like Dom DeLuise
yeah,
or something.
this is-
Michelle tackled it with little fuss and has not looked back since the 3 Guinness Worlds and has 3 Guinness
the
World
marvelous
Records to her
Miss
name.
Miracle Whip.
As well as setting a new mayonnaise record, Michelle also holds the title for fastest time to eat a bowl of pasta. Does anyone want to take
Oh,
this guess?
wow.
A bowl and I feel
Plain-
like I
it's
could,
plain pasta?
I could eat pasta every fucking
I
day.
know it's
Yeah.
not good for you.
I know.
Fastest time to eat a bowl. Well, so
A bowl of pasta. Anybody want to take a guess?
Because you do have to
10
kind of.
seconds.
10 seconds from Rachel Bloom.
5 seconds.
5 from Jason.
15 seconds.
15. Took her 26.69 seconds.
Oh,
She also has the fastest
Loser.
time.
yeah, exactly. I mean,
Get,
come
get
on.
another
I'll do
number
it
ready.
in 5.
Get another number ready
Okay.
because she has the fastest time to eat a hot dog with no hands.
Is that?
I
Of
don't
course,
even-
of course, a woman has mastered
I
that.
know.
Hey!
Come on. Hey-o.
A boop, 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 ba-doop, ba-doop, boop, 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 ba-doop, ba-doop,
Don't be
boop.
proud of that. No
Okay.
hands.
No
A
hands.
fastest time to
Well,
eat a
you're
hot
just-
dog with no hands.
Right.
Yeah.
5 seconds.
Is
5.
picking it up part of
It
it?
must be.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Because
like,
that could
So
take
you're
a
thinking
couple
in 5
seconds.
seconds you can get down to table and gullet it?
5. No, you know what? I'll say 8 seconds.
Okay, hey, like riding a bull.
yeah.
I was too small last time, so I'm
Also,
going to say
great movie. Luke Perry, RIP.
13. Yeah.
I was going to
RIP,
say
8 seconds.
12 seconds.
12. She play along, townies. Come on, if you aren't already, jump in
Shout
on
at your
this one.
ham radius.
She had a hot dog with no hands in 21.6 seconds.
Oh,
Standing not so tall at 5'4". Come on, back off.
it's not that
Who's writing
short.
this?
5'4" isn't that bad.
Michelle puts her speed eating success down to her fast metabolism, though she admits a fair amount of practice is required, including a spot of stomach stretching. The biggest misconception about competitive eating is that all of us are like 500 pounds and 10 feet tall.
That's the truth.
she told the Guinness World Records
10
website.
feet tall. By the way, 10 feet tall would be a Guinness record.
Yeah.
Back in the day, when they first started these contests, they would pull people from the audience and they picked people that they thought could eat the most. So I think that's where it came from. Even so, we'll close out here. It's probably best you don't try this at home. You'll never look at mayonnaise the same way again.
I'll never look at you the same way again. You disgusting.
I mean, but how... The crazy thing is that is a skill. To eat food like that, it is a skill.
Yep.
Oh,
There's
God.
a picture of her shoveling, and she looks angry about it.
By the way,
She
that
is
picture will be on our
fighting.
Facebook page. If
And
you
by
haven't
the way-
joined the Dumb People Town Facebook
will.
page, get on it and join the Patreon as well.
She's kind of cute.
Who cares? Look at her gulleting
Good
this.
for her.
I like her.
I like the flannel.
You do the math.
Yeah.
It's her-
Oh, I'm
that's
just
her
really
phrase.
picturing all that mayonnaise.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
We'll
Don't
move
go
on.
down
We'll
there.
take a break. Susan.
Damn, tease us on our last.
What's
quick
our last story?
Our last story is as I scroll back. Oh, wedding plans.
Here
Great.
we go. Wedding
Love
plans.
it.
Rachel Bloom's with us. It's Dumb People Down. Stay with us.
Stick around, make a sound. There's more Dumb People Town.
Hey guys, welcome back to DPT Dumb People Town.
Yes.
Want to remind people what's the next thing we can catch people? We're in Denver at the end of the month doing shows at Comedy Works, the best
Yep.
comedy club
You can
ever.
see me on tour. Go to danielvankirk.com and catch shows in Louisville, Nashville, Rochelle, Milwaukee, and Cincinnati. Rochelle's the final one.
Oh, nice. And you're doing live shows at Largo, right?
I
You
have
do it
a
every
monthly residency at Largo,
Great.
and then when will this air?
This will
Before
probably
November.
air in like a week or two.
Oh, great! I have a Texas show end of October, and then I have a Denver show in November.
Nice.
Ooh, come see us and then come see her.
Where would people go to find those details?
Just my website, racheldoesstuff.com.
Yeah. RachelDustStuff.com. And I look forward to whatever the next project is for you and from you. And
So do
I'm
I.
sure it's all it's cooking as we speak
It's
as well.
literally cooking. It's
All
growing
right.
fingernails as we speak.
I love it.
Yay.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Final story sent in by
Wedding
Beck
stories.
S at DRBX_. Dr. Bex, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Here we go.
Please.
In an ode to true love, KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken.
They should not be weighing in on this.
In an ode to love,
you
KFC Australia has announced the launch of KFC Weddings, the first ever wedding service for nuptials that guarantees to be finger
there
looking
is something
good.
that just went off in you that said I would do this.
That's a great idea.
Yep.
Yes.
This is a great idea.
This is something.
I'm not a KFC person, but like, this is a great idea.
Fuck it, let's get the bucket. That's a term of endearment.
That is.
Yes.
That is the sign. If a woman says that to a man
If
and
you
he
love
says
it,
yes,
You better put a wing on it.
Thank you, Dan. I couldn't have
At
said anything.
Sklar Brother. Wait, we didn't do that. You did that. All right,
That's
go
a
ahead.
biscuit on the side of that one.
Fried chicken fanatics will get a chance to. Oh, you know what? Maybe I subconsciously read this. I swear to God.
Put a wing
forgot
on it.
Yep. Maybe
Put
a
a
chance to put a wing on
Yours
it.
was funnier.
Yeah. Well,
Yours was better.
I'd probably.
Yours was the same.
remember-
well,
exactly. Yeah.
They didn't invoke Beyonce. So
The fried chicken fanatics will get a chance to put a wing on it and win one of 6 KFC catered weddings. Couples getting married between October 28th and May 31st, 2020 can win the prize by lodging an application form explaining why they want the ultimate KFC wedding.
I'm just saying, if you show up to a wedding and it is KFC catered, you are going to be like, let's do this.
That's awesome. Wedding
You're like,
food sucks.
let's
Awesome.
do this.
My
right
grandfather
now.
was a racist plantation owner. I deserve a KFC wedding.
Along with getting to smash freshly cooked chicken courtesy of the KFC food truck, the happy couple will also get a KFC themed celebrant to make it an official.
What does that mean?
I
A
think-
white guy in a suit?
I don't know.
A celebrant?
A KFC photo booth to capture those happy memories.
Oh my God, the Colonel. They're
Custom-
busting in the Colonel.
That's it. Colonel's coming.
Custom KFC buckets and musical entertainment to get the first dance kicked off in true
Remember when
style.
Reba McEntire was the Colonel? Like they were using
loved
like
her?
Oh, yeah.
all those like
Oh,
famous.
a
Like,
she was
lot of
so
funny
fancy.
people have
This
been the
wedding
Colonel.
sounds like a who.
yeah, it sounds great.
Look at here's the
Oh, let's see.
promotional pictures.
Oh, that's
look at
great. Oh, that's great.
It actually
All
looks great.
of these photos will be on the Facebook page.
So
I
wait,
know.
it's a bucket of flowers.
It's a bucket
Who
of flowers.
catches the?
Fantastic.
It's a bouquet of flowers.
There it
A
is.
bouquet of flowers.
So they'll
catches
get to
the
do this in
bucket?
style. This prize package of a KFC wedding is valued at how much do you guys think they're valuing? You get the photo booth,
see?
the food truck, you get the celebrant. You also
What is
get
a
the
celebrant? Is that the
Well,
Colonel?
they said the celebrant to make it all official. So I believe in Australia, maybe that's what they call the officiant.
Is it, oh, it's
Yes.
is it
Yes,
in
KFC
Australia?
Australia. Yes.
The world loves KFC
it
across the
does.
world.
Yeah.
How
And so
much?
the
You don't have to go first, Richard. You can go Tig or third if you want.
You want to go? You want to hear what our suggestions? Okay, go.
Okay.
I'm gonna say, are they converted
Jason?
into American dollars?
Yes. Yeah.
I'm gonna say $9,000.
Are you joking?
Nine-
For $9,000, you can buy your own KFC franchise. $9,000? Are you for real?
That's what I'm gonna say.
Rachel,
But
do you want to
act
go
like you
next,
just
or do you
heard-
want me
you
to
act
go?
like somebody just said Michelin made tires and reviewed restaurants.
I'm flabbergasted.
Well, they're providing. It sounds like a band,
a band.
That's
Person
what I
to
said.
marry
A
you,
photo booth. There's a
catering,
lot.
photo booth.
You
food
make fun of me.
truck.
9,000 is my thing, and I'm sticking to it.
No, I'm gonna guess. Well, and it's outside of LA because there's always an.
Thank you.
I'm gonna guess it's a $30,000 wedding.
Okay.
Do you think it's $30,000
Yes.
there? Wow.
Okay. Randy.
I was going to say $2,500.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, but think about it. It's catering. It's a food
I
truck.
know.
It's bands.
It's a band.
Just roofs.
It's also various decorations.
This prize package is valued at
defibrillators.
play along townies
Do
wherever
they
you
bring
are.
defibrillators? They should bring defibrillators.
The prize package is
defibrillator?
valued at $35,000.
Who's planned a wedding?
I have two, but that just
Rachel
wow.
out here just firing
Wow.
off hot shots.
How long ago were you guys married?
2001.
Yeah,
so that's a long time ago.
2015, baby.
Okay.
I have a
So
friend who
you're
got a
in the
band. The
zone.
band alone was $12,000.
It's so expensive.
Oh my
It's
God.
weddings are really
I've
expensive.
done bat mitzvahs. But Jesus Christ.
Winners will be judged on their originality, creative merit, and independent expression shared in
Dude,
the
you
entry.
want to win this.
Yeah.
You want to win this.
Do it.
Original
See if
recipe.
you can renew your vows KFC style.
Okay,
Oh
do
my
it.
God.
Come on.
In Melbourne?
Come
How great
on.
would that
Write
be?
a song.
Call
Will they
that-
do what is it? The Brit Milah? It's the
is
lady
Brit
breast?
The lady breast.
The naming, the baby naming.
Yeah.
Terms and conditions state you must have the consent of your partner once you've entered. You can't chicken out.
Full
Honey,
consent.
You can't chicken out. I don't want to hear that.
KFC is all about living your best life by eating fried chicken.
This is a great promotion.
And we were flattered that so many of our fans are showing that Aussie, I believe this is Larkin spirit, by asking, and if I said it wrong, I'm not Australian.
My son, by the way,
But I
loves
wanna come hang out
KFC.
with you.
Larkin spirit.
Loves KFC.
Do you remember when they
Get
did
him a child bride.
I'm thinking about it. Child bride.
Child bride.
Chow Bryan from Brisbane?
By asking us to be a part of their big day, KFC Australia Managing Director Nikki Lawson said. So I believe you can still enter in to
Go for
win
it.
this. It's
to
not
our
till
fans,
next year.
and we have fans in Australia. To our fans in Australia,
Win
someone
this
better
shit.
enter this. Someone better win it, and I want pictures. And I
Oh,
want
I'm
all
going to
the
say
information.
this. If you win it, it, and it's enough.
Invite
advance,
us. You
I
better
will-
show up and we'll
I'm
do
gonna tell you,
entertainment.
I will not out the gate say no. I will try to see if I can make an effort to be there.
Be at this wedding. You
Yeah.
hear that, Australia? There you go.
And we'll do a live Dumb People Town from your rehearsal dinner.
At your rehearsal.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
So they're spending $30,000. It's 6 weddings, $30,000. They're spending $180,000 for
Not
this
much for a
promotion.
marketing budget.
Yeah.
And look what they just did. They got to all of our fans. They heard about
They're
it.
on Dumb People Town now.
It's really
You're on
smart.
Dumb People Town, and you got the attention of Rachel Bloom.
And
All right.
Rachel won.
What
There
a
you
get! Olive Garden used to send me the never-ending pasta pass every year, and I haven't gotten it yet for this year.
That's a good one, Dan. You've had the. Have you been a part of the Never?
No, but I would never turn it down.
Yeah.
It's great.
Pasta every day, Dan. Old pasta every day, Dan Van Kirk over there.
That's right. All right, there you go. That's our show. That's it. Rachel Bloom, thank you so much for joining us on the show. It's
Joy
dumb
to
people
have you
doing
here.
dumb things. Joy to have you here. We'll have you back. We'll maybe have you do a live one with us
Oh,
at one
would love
point.
to.
And oh shit, we got to get back to work.
Dum 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 dum. Stick around, make a sound, hunker down. It's Dumb People Town.
Scorpions Audio.
A podcast network.